Coach Ryan made a video on some incredible forehand footwork by Denis Shapovalov. This is a second opinion piece on 2-minute tennis tips. Believe it or not, Denis's mother chose Great Base Initiative as one of the stepping stones in Denis's training. Before his mother acquired her own tennis facility, Denis trained at Richmond Hill Country Club, where I had trained as a junior. Coach Ryan's tip is 1. When leaning back, pivot on your back foot and allow your front foot to swing around behind you. And 2. Doing this will allow you to turn your hips and hit with easy power. This tip was introduced to me through Oscar Wegner's modern tennis methodology, but not as precisely. Oscar Wegner introduced a concept back in the 80s, maybe earlier, that we should load and unload off the back foot, just like the pros. The more specific you try to copy footwork, the more narrow the application becomes. The choice to instruct you to pivot to turn will encourage you to turn each time you go back forcefully. Oscar Wegner has taught to allow your body to move naturally and instinctively. I have found that most players are prone to serious injury when they force their bodies to repeat something unnatural. So I caution anyone to stay away from the most detailed tips that will require you to apply those tips in very limited conditions. You do not need to swing your front foot around to hit with power. I believe that the front foot actually swings naturally around close to contact or even after contact as a reaction to the uncoiling of the hips already taking place. Most of the power will come from whipping the racket with your hand. The majority of the power does not come from rotating your hips. The front foot does not need to swing around all the way behind you either. It can, and it will depend on your hitting scenario. If you study all these scenarios, you will be fraught with information overload. Use footwork tips as guides to what is possible. Trust your feet and focus on your hitting the ball. If your focus is on your feet, my guess is you'll find the frame more than you expect to. Unfortunately, this tip was just too detailed that I cannot agree with it for general use. Pivoting the foot happens naturally. Recreational players absolutely can achieve this naturally as well.